Ever wondered which time frame is most effective for the MACD indicator? I was curious, so I decided to put the MACD indicator to the test over 3 time frames. 5-minute charts, 15-minute charts, and 1-hour charts. I wanted to know which offers the best potential for profit. Here's how I decided to test this strategy. I am following the MACD indicator, but to get better returns, I will only buy in an uptrend and sell in a downtrend. To determine the trend, I will use a 200 exponential moving average in each time frame. If the market is in a consolidation phase, then I will not take any trades. I will also use the 200 exponential moving average as my stop loss level. The buy signal will occur when the MACD lines cross over below the zero line and the price is in an uptrend. The sell signal will occur when the MACD lines cross over above the zero line and the price is in a downtrend. For my trades, I will use a 1 to 1.5 risk-reward ratio, which means that, for example, for each trade that I risk $100, I have the potential to earn $150. Here's an example of a trade setup that I will be using. As you can see, in this example we have an uptrend as the price is above the 200 exponential moving average line. We have a crossover here and the crossover occurs below the zero line. This is what the trade setup will look like. So we enter at a price slightly above the current price. We set the stop loss level at the 200 exponential moving average level. And then we set the take profit level, which is 1.5 R. So for example, if 1 R is 10 pips away, then 1.5 R will be 15 pips away. And as you can see, this would have turned out to be a profitable trade. But I've seen many backtesting videos that show you strategies for backtesting on charts when you can already see the results. I don't think this is the best approach to backtest because your brain works differently when you see the entire chart, and it's very easy to say to yourself, I would have entered here and easily profited from the setup. But if the results are hidden from you, then you have to use your own judgment to enter the trades, and this is a much better way to backtest and gain an understanding of your trade strategy. Therefore, I will be testing the strategy using a tool that simulates a live testing environment. All of my trade results will not be visible until after I enter the trade. The currency pair that I will use in my test will be the Australian dollar Japanese yen. And I will start the test from January 2018. My goal is to perform 50 trades using the MACD strategy for each of the time frames. Afterwards, I will share with you my results. Once I reach 50 trades in a time frame, I will restart the test and start the strategy again from January 2018. I want to directly compare the results of the strategy using the same data but on different time frames. For the purpose of this test, I will not be calculating individual lot sizes for each trade. I am interested in the win rate of the MACD strategy over different time frames. Let's get started. So this is the 1 hour time frame. And as you can see, we're starting on the 2nd of January 2018. I have my 200 EMA line here and my MACD indicator here. So we only trade on crossovers, and the crossovers, they occur either above the zero line or below the zero line. And as you can see, all of the chart results are hidden. So this is a simulation of a live trading environment. So let's see how the MACD strategy will work using 1 hour charts. Okay, so we have an uptrend as the price is above the 200 EMA, and we have a crossover below the zero. What this means is I'm going to enter a trade. So I will set up a buy stop order here, just above the current price. For the stop loss, I will set it at the 200 EMA line. In this case, that is 59 pips away. So approximately, let's say 60. So 60 plus 50%, which will give us the 1.5 R, that would be 90 pips away. So I'll type in 900 because this is calculating it in micro pips. So 900 is 90 pips away. and I will place my order. So as you can see here, here's my entry level, here's my stop loss, and here's my profit level. Okay, let's just extend that back up and let's see what happens. Okay, we're in the trade. I'll just fast forward to see what the result will be. Okay, first one was profitable. Okay, and I have another potential trade set up here. So it's below the zero, the lines have crossed over. So let's enter it over here. The stop loss, we'll use the MACD line, so that's 65 pips away. So in this case, the 1R risk is 65 pips, and the 1.5R is 97 pips away. Okay, place order. So here's our profit target, and let's see what happens this time. We're in, and we are out. Okay, let's move on. Okay, we have a crossover here in a downtrend, so this time we are going to sell. So we will set up a sell stop order over here below the current price. The stop loss will be at the MACD line, which in this case is 40 pips, and the take profit will be 1.5R, which will be 60 pips. Okay, so that one was a losing trade. Let's move on. I have just completed 50 trades, and the last trade that I took was a profitable trade. Now over here on the left hand side we have some statistics. So the total trades taken was 50, and we had 21 profitable trades and 29 losing trades. The best result was having 4 profitable trades in a row, and our losing streak was 7 trades in a row. I've created a spreadsheet where I summarize some other important data here. So I'll just go there. So this was the 1 hour MACD strategy. Basically, the winning percentage, which was 21 out of 50, winning percentage was 42% and a losing percent was 58%. So the odds of winning were not in our favor. Now, if we take a simulation that we were winning $150 per trade and losing $100 per trade, after 50 trades, we would have ended up with a positive balance of $250, which isn't good. That's actually a really terrible result, because here's an interesting thing. This entire test simulation was started on the 2nd of January 2018, and it took me 876 days to fill up 50 trades, to get 50 entry signals. So the end would be the 26th of May 2020. So the result here, I would say it's not a good result, and it would not be worth browsing charts and entering using the 1 hour MACD strategy. Let's have a look at what will happen if we take the 15-minute charts and 5-minute charts. Now I have reset the test, and we are back in time on the 2nd of January 2018. But this time I have the 15-minute time frame set up. And just as before, I've got the 200 exponential moving average here and the MACD indicator here. So let's start and see how the MACD indicator performs on the 15-minute chart. So here we have a buy signal, but because the price is below the moving average line, I'm not going to do it, because this signifies to me that we are in a downtrend. Now the price is above the zero line. We have a crossover here. Price is below the 200 EMA, so I will take this trade. So I will set up a sell stop order just below the price. The stop loss will be at the MACD line, which in this case is 81 micro pips, so that's 8 proper pips away. Now the take profit is 1.5 R, so in this case it will be 12 pips away. Okay, and that's 12 pips. Let's place an order and let's see what happens. We're in and we're out. So this was a losing trade. Okay, moving forward. Now, just to be clear, if we go back here, we didn't take this trade because the crossover is above the zero line. And in my strategy, we're just taking the trades if the crossover is below the zero line. Okay, we have a crossover here. Let's enter the trade. This time we'll set up a buy stop order. So set it just above the price. Stop loss is the MACD line, which in this case is 36 pips, which means that the take profit will be 54 pips, which is another 50, add another 50%, 1.5 R. And over here we can set this up to 54 pips. I've just completed 50 trades of the MACD strategy on the 15-minute time frame, and just like before, we end with a winning trade. However, if we have a look at the statistics, out of 50 trades, we only had 18 profitable trades and 32 losing trades. For the profitable trades, the maximum in a row we had was 2, and losing trades, we had 8 losses in a row. So that's not very ideal, this strategy. So on average, we had 7 trades per month, and this time was pretty short because it took us just over 6 months to complete the 50 trades. Now let's go to my spreadsheet. So here are the results of the 15-minute MACD strategy. So as you can see, the winning percent, 18 out of 50. So the winning percent is 36% and losing percent 64%. So again, this strategy is not in our favor. Every time I enter a trade, there's a much greater chance that I will lose. Now let's have a look at our simulation. If we were winning $150 and losing $100 per trade, then after 50 trades, the closing balance would be minus $500. This strategy took us a little over 6 months, 203 days to be exact. Okay, so that's the 15-minute MACD strategy. Now let's have a look how it will work if we use the 5-minute charts. I've just reset the test, so now it's time to perform 50 trades using the MACD strategy for the 5-minute time frame. So at this moment, we're back on the 2nd of January 2018. I've added the 200 EMA line here, so the exponential moving average, and as you can see, market is in a consolidation phase at this moment, which means it's just choppy, it's just going up and down all the time. No clear trend is visible. And here I have the MACD indicator. Okay, so let's start. Okay, so here's a crossover below the zero level, but I'm not taking this because the exponential moving average line has been broken. So I'll just wait and look for another signal. Okay, we have our crossover here in a downtrend, so it's time to sell. So I will set it up as a sell stop. So I'll set it below the current price. Stop loss will be the EMA line, so that's 20 pips away. The take profit will be 1.5 R. So in this case, it will be 30 pips. So I type in 300 here because this is in micro pips. So 300 is 30 pips away. Let me just zoom out a little bit. So here's the trade setup. Now let's see what happens. Okay, goes against us, doesn't enter. So I will just delete this pending order and wait for another signal. Here's a crossover. So let's set up a sell stop below the current price. Stop loss at the EMA line. So in this case, it's 6 pips. So the take profit will be about 10 pips away. 1.5 R, so 9.5, so I'll just make it 10. Okay, we're in and we're out. First trade is a losing trade. Let's move on. Okay, we have a crossover below the 0 line and the price is above the 200 EMA line. So this would classify it as an uptrend. So let's enter it. Stop loss at the 200 EMA line. So let's say 9 pips. So the take profit in this case will be 14 pips. That will be 1.5 R. Okay, that's a profit. Now just continue until I get to 50 trades. I have just completed 50 trades using the MACD strategy on the 5-minute time zone. And as always, I have ended with a profitable trade. So this time around, basically on the 5-minute time frame, I completed 50 trades in about 2.5 months. So 73 days total. And out of 50 trades, I had 22 profitable trades and 28 losing trades. And my winning streak went as far as 4 win trades in a row. And similarly, I had 4 losing trades in a row. So let's go to my spreadsheet. So here we see the results. So 22 winners means that I had a 44% win rate and a 56% losing rate. So still, the odds were not in my favor. However, if we do calculate this simulation, so $150 win versus $100 lose, based on the amount of winning trades I had, at the end, I would have had $500 profit. So let's compare the 3 time frames. And here you see the results of the MACD strategy across the 3 different time frames. So looking at the results, my conclusion is that the 5-minute MACD strategy was the most effective because after 50 trades, we made the most amount of money, which in this case would have been $500. And there's another advantage of the 5-minute MACD strategy in that it took us 73 days, so about 2.5 months to get 50 trades, which means we're getting the most amount of entry signals on the 5-minute charts, and the winning percentage is also better compared to the other two. Like the 1-hour MACD strategy, I don't think this was a good one because, okay, maybe we would have made $250, but this would have taken over 2.5 or approximately 2.5 years just to get enough 50 trades, and after 2.5 years you would have nothing to show. Whereas the 5-minute charts, after 2.5 months, you're already profitable. And this was just using a basic MACD strategy, basic MACD strategy. You can also improve the win rate if you're using trend lines or support and resistance levels. If you have seen some other MACD testing videos, you will see that the creators always show you how profitable the strategy is. But they are backtesting the performance using charts that already show you the results. And it's easy to assume you would have entered a profitable trade when you already know that it will be profitable. That's why in those videos you see a 60% and higher win rate. They skip through a lot of false entry signals because they know the trade will fail as they see the results in advance. Whereas in my testing video, I took many false signals that turned out to be losing trades. And this is a more realistic simulation of a trading environment. That's the value of this tool that I use, because you can enter each trade without seeing the results in advance. And this is much more valuable because you see trade setups and you don't know whether they will be profitable. You have to use your own judgment whether to enter the trade or to skip the trade. So the tool that I am using, it's Forex Tester, and with this, basically I can travel back in time up to 20 years in the Forex market and then trade in real time. If you are interested in performing your own tests with this tool, then I've included a link below this video, and you'll be able to start for free by claiming a free trial. And another benefit is that you get more trading experience without actually putting any money on the line. So you can properly backtest your system before you trade with real money. Thank you for watching this video. Let me know what you thought about this video in the comment section below, and good luck in your trades.